Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and today I am obviously doing my July monthly budget. As I said in my last video, I did take quite a bit of a break from budgeting just because there was a lot of stuff going on in my life. Luckily I didn't put myself further into debt, so I only spent what I made. However, I didn't do a very good job of doing my debt snowball and allocating where all of my money went. So we are back on the bandwagon, and today I'm doing my July monthly budget. So the exciting thing about July is in this month I actually get 3 paychecks, on the 2nd, on the 15th, and then on the 30th, I believe. And so the way I do my budget is I take half of my bills and expenses out of typically each paycheck, paycheck 1 and paycheck 2, and then that's what I use to pay my bills in the next month. So July paycheck 1 plus July paycheck 2 will pay for August bills. So technically I get a month, or I get a paycheck this month that doesn't have to go to bills, which is really, really exciting. I know that's not going to make sense to some people, but it also means that my sinking funds will get a little bit fatter this month, and also my debt snowball should be a little bit more than usual. So that is also really exciting. So let's get started. So as always, I start with my bills and expenses. Bills and expenses are things that I have to pay. So they're debt bills, or they are things like utilities, subscription boxes, rent, stuff like that. I like to preface all of my videos with the fact that I am very, very lucky. I do still live in my parents' house. I have my own apartment in the basement, so I do live rent-free. And they are also gracious enough to pay for my phone bill and my car insurance, because I'm under 25, so my car insurance would be insanely expensive. So I am extremely grateful for them, and extremely thankful, but that's why you don't see them on my bills and expenses. So my first bill is my car loan. So I put $200 towards my car every single month. So technically my minimum payment is $197, but in my brain it makes more sense to round up the extra couple dollars, so I do $200 a month. I have my private student loan, and this is $218 a month. I have my federal student loan, and this is $71 a month. And technically my federal student loan is on forbearance until November due to COVID-19. However, I am still working full-time, so I have decided just to pay it and try to knock out some of the principal balance, just so that way when it comes out of forbearance, there's not as much accruing interest, which I know it won't take long to get back up to that point, but for now I am still paying my federal loan. So I do pay for Spotify every month. I listen to this in my car all the time. I love music, so the $10 a month is worth it for me. And then I also just recently got into tarot. So I have started a crystal box, like a crystal subscription box. I don't plan on it being long term. I'll only probably get a couple months of it, just so I can get started with crystals and learn a little bit more about that kind of stuff. So this is $15 a month that I'm willing to part with, just so I can get into that. And eventually I would like to start reading people for money, like do tarot readings, but until then I want to get more knowledge on it. So my bills and expenses, the total comes to $514. For some reason that doesn't seem right, but I did the math off camera, so I do know that it's correct. So next I have my cash envelopes. My cash envelopes are the envelopes that I keep in my wallet all the time. These are things that I use on a daily basis. So I have 4 cash envelopes. My first one is my spending money. So these numbers, if you watched my my videos before, these numbers are going to look a little large, but that's because there's 3 paychecks this month, so they're tripled instead of doubled. So I am allocating $180 this month to spending, which equals $60 per paycheck. And so that's typical for me. I always give myself $60 per paycheck or $30 a week for my personal spending money. So it does look a little bit bigger, but I promise you it's the same. It's just 3 paychecks this month. So gas, I am giving myself $180 this month. I work very, very close to my house, and I do ride with my sister often, so I potentially won't need this much money, but whatever's left over in my cash envelope does go to my debt snowball. So if this is too much of a budget, then the extra money will just go to my debt snowball anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Next I have groceries. And I'm doing $300 this month. I did up my grocery budget to $100 a week, $100 every paycheck. I was doing $60 each paycheck, but it just wasn't enough. And I did just start a weight loss challenge thing at work, so I've been buying a lot of healthy foods. And personally, there is a little bit of difference in price, but I don't think healthy foods cost a ton more than unhealthy foods if you coupon and use sales properly. But just the way that I do my diet, I eat more frequently, but I eat smaller portions, so I did need to increase my grocery budget a little bit. And then I did put date night back in here. For a while I wasn't doing a date night budget, just because of Corona. Obviously we can't go out and do date nights. However, my boyfriend and I have been doing more hiking and paying to get into parks, and we'll order food in sometimes so we can have a date night at home. So this money is still really important for us. So this is $50 out of each paycheck, and we do split date nights. So sometimes he pays, sometimes I pay, and that's just what works for our relationship. I know that's not going to work for everybody's relationship, but personally that's the way I like to do things. I like to make sure things are even. So this total is $810. And next I have my sinking funds. So during Corona I stopped contributing to sinking funds, mostly because I was at home, so I knew I wasn't going to have car problems. My allergist stopped doing my allergy shots, so I didn't need a medical fund, and I pretty much had all of the medications that I needed at home. Obviously, I guess if I would have gotten Corona, I would have been in a tough spot because I didn't save for medical, but I have my emergency fund and stuff like that. So I did stop contributing to my sinking funds during coronavirus, but it's back to get on. It's time to oh my goodness. It is time to get back on track, and I'm really excited to start saving for stuff again. It's almost time to start saving for Christmas. So my first one is my apartment fund. So for the month, it's $120. So that is $40 from each paycheck. Myself and my boyfriend both contribute that much money to this envelope so that eventually we can either get our own apartment or one day, you know, put a down payment on a house or land or something like that. So it's $120 for the entire month. Next, I have my car fund, which is getting $60. So $20 out of each paycheck. I am going to start contributing to my medical fund again. So typically I get allergy shots every other week. However, with coronavirus and them not giving me the allergy shots anymore, I've realized that I don't really need them anymore, which is really a good thing. So I have not gone back to my allergist. So basically my medical sinking fund is just for like physical visits, my yearly visit with my lady doctor, and dentistry and vision. So this is now a like maintenance account or whatever, just for maintenance appointments, not for my allergy shots. Next, I have my gift sinking fund, and the rest, so the rest are going to get $30. So these only get $10 a week. I have travel, which Eric and I booked a camping trip in September, so I'm really excited about that. We're going to be using our travel fund for that. My garden fund, if you watched my other videos, you know that I love my garden. So I like to have extra money in case I need it for that. And I do have a sinking fund for Eric. Like if he really wants something at the store, or his birthday is coming up, or like our 2-year anniversary is next month, so I'll probably get him something for that. And the total for this is $360. Okay, so like I said, all of these numbers are pretty inflated this month, but that is because I'm getting 3 paychecks this month, so things are different. You're gonna see it in my later videos, or my next couple videos, so it'll all make sense, I promise. So my income this month, my first paycheck is $709, and my next 2 paychecks are $725. That's because my dental and my vision insurance get taken out of the first paycheck, but not the other ones. So my income for this month should be $2,159. And then my total budgeted amount for this month should be $1,684. And I'd like to explain something. So obviously these numbers right here are a definite. Like, I'm definitely going to pay this amount of money in bills and expenses. However, my cash envelopes and my sinking funds are a little bit more flexible. So if I don't spend all of my money in these envelopes, anything that's left over goes to my debt snowball. And then of course for my sinking funds, say Eric can't afford to put $40 in 1 week, the $40 that I would typically put into the apartment fund would go somewhere else. So either into my debt snowball or my groceries if I know that I'm planning something that's more expensive for dinner, something like that, just because Eric and I do put equal amounts into this sinking fund. So if he can't afford it that week, we don't do it. That $40 goes somewhere else. Typically into my debt snowball, but sometimes I'll add it to date night or grocery money and we'll spend it that way. But my projected debt snowball payment for this month, so to get my debt snowball payment, I subtract my total budgeted amount from my income, and it should be roughly $475. And like I said, this may be more. this may be less. So this is, oh my goodness, I have the hiccups now. This is the money that has not been budgeted. I don't have it allocated anywhere. However, I do like to keep it in my checking account for several reasons. I like to keep this money in my account so that I can use it in case of emergencies instead of using my emergency fund. So I will come use this money instead of using my $1,000 emergency fund, just because then I don't have to worry about putting that money back into my emergency fund. I can take it straight out of my checking account, and it's fine. But if I don't need this money for anything, at the beginning of next month, all of this money will be going into that savings account, and I'll start over for the next month. So that is my July monthly budget. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I was kind of ranty, but it's been a while, so I wanted to make sure I covered all my bases, like usual. But yes, I'm so excited to get back on track. I'm really excited to start making videos again. I think I'm back in a point in my life where I'm ready to start taking on more responsibilities again. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below on how you're doing budgeting with coronavirus, or how you plan to get back on track after, you know, taking a couple months off, because like I said, I did it. I know it's gonna happen. But yeah, I'd really love to hear from you guys. It's been a long time. So I hope you enjoyed this video again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!